and plus y'all, real quick, I am going to Dominican Republic, okay, with Trap Cardio. Yes, we're going to Dominican Republic, okay, Punta Cana, okay, girl, for in October the 5th to the 9th. So yeah, I don't know if everything's sold out yet, but me and my girl Crystal, we in that place with Trap Cardio, okay, girl? Hey Ashley, girl. Yes, we are going to have fun, okay? And I cannot even wait. So now, watching all my little shows, I be extra psyched, y'all, because I get to see the blue water, the palm trees, everything, y'all. But that's all topic, girl. We'll talk about that another time, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, meanwhile, y'all, Porsha, Dennis, Lauren, and somebody else, it ain't really fucking important, is playing, it's doing ATVing. You know what I'm saying? They on the 4 wheels and everything. And I just went hit for the ATVs, y'all, because quick story, I almost died. Okay, girl, in the Jamaica shit. Because I was on the ATV. This is when me and my husband first got married, y'all. We was in Jamaica. I think it was Jamaica. Was it Cancun or Jamaica? One of them. I think it was Jamaica. And I was on the ATVs, y'all. Y'all know y'all got these 1 or 2 stories where, you know, by the skin of your teeth, your ass is fucking alive. Girl. I was on the ATV, y'all, and I was riding, girl, and all of a sudden, like, I would not let go. Like, a bitch just froze up, y'all, and I almost, like, went straight off the cliff, y'all. It was only by the grace of God. You hear me? Thank you, Lord Jesus. Let my hands go, and then I stopped. Y'all, like, right on the fucking air. So, every time I see an ATV or a 4-wheel, but I am so afraid of them now, and yeah, I just feel like God was with me in that moment and let my hands up off of the accelerators or whatever. But yeah, it's by the skin of my teeth that I'm still even alive to this day, because your girl would have been doing tumbles, you feel me, over onto the hills in Jamaica, you feel me, and I had just had a little war. Okay, so yeah, it was our honeymoon, that's what it was, and we went to Jamaica, that's what it was. So yeah, y'all, move on. Hey everybody, it's your girl sassyshawntice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Y'all, did y'all get into this 5th episode of Porsha Family Matters, y'all? I am loving the show, so much drama. Porsha showed her natural black ass on this episode, y'all. Y'all have got to watch this episode. Just don't watch my review log. The episode was really good. At the end, Porsha did a lot, you know? And I heard it through the grapevine, y'all, that she tried to actually get that portion of the show taken out so that everybody didn't see her showing her ass, okay? So yeah, y'all, let's get in and let's talk about it. Anyway, y'all, let's start off with the wig, girl, first of all, okay? Y'all like my wig. Let me know if y'all want to try this wig out. It's by ColourPop, and it's by Outree, called ColourPop, and it is called a Virgo. So yeah, I tried a new wig out. I thought it was cute. And yeah, let me know if y'all like it, honey, okay? You know your girl got a lot of wigs, so I was like, let me try some colors, you know, some really, like, crazy colors. So yeah, y'all, here we go, honey, okay? So let's get into the video. So anyway, y'all, the show starts off with several people, not Porsha, okay? Everybody else except for Porsha is up on the rooftop. And Lauren has them doing some type of like yoga poses, stretch. Basically, that's what yoga is about, stretching. They're on all fours and they're bending over. And Dennis is going to say, yeah, you know, your sister don't do all that. Talking about Porsha telling Lauren, your sister don't do all that. She lazy with it. I'm like, oh my God, you know what? Leave her alone, because that's how it is, y'all. Y'all know how it is when you 40, over 40 most of the time, y'all. My sex drive was off the chain in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But now, like after 40 or like doing like early 40s, it kind of slows down, you know what I'm saying? You'll be wanting to do all that. So, to be honest, Dennis, you need to let that shit go, because, yeah, that's what's going on probably, honey, okay? Miss Porsha is 40 years old. She probably not with all that all the fucking time, you know? So, y'all, Dennis brings up the fact, and I was like, wow, I heard him when he said this. Basically that he doesn't think that Simon is dealing with Porsha from a non-celebrity type of thing. You know what I'm saying? He thinks that he's not being real with this bitch, and he's just not saying the real person that Porsha is, or trying to actually deal with the real person that Porsha is. You know, he's like a yes man to her too. You know, she got all these yes man people around, and he just feel like, you know, it's bad for PJ that he's just not really being real with Porsha. And it's probably true, because he actually, you know, agreed to for an ex to come on this trip, like you're saying yesterday, and most men wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of see where Dennis is going with that. So yeah, I was like, I felt him on that. And if that's the case, that is a slippery slope for Simon and everybody in her family, you know, because basically she's not going to be told when she's wrong, you know, and she's not going to never be told no. So everything she thinks is right and supposed to be going on. So yeah, Dennis made a good point with that, I think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So Dennis tells Lauren and Dom that, you know, Simon has a professional moving company to move a female up out of the relationship. Basically, you know, he has a moving company and he can pack them up and out when need be, you know. And he did have a conversation with Simon about this, Dennis did, and I was like, wow, like he heard him on that, and I heard him too. And that's basically much how it went on his last relationship or a relationship before, because yeah, he said it, you know what I'm saying, and he meant to. And just like Dennis said, yeah, I'm afraid for Porsha with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, when he ready to be done with you, he's going to pack your shit and you need to roll, you know? So a lot of times, like, you got to listen to people when they're talking, and he probably meant that. You know, and I took it for what he meant too, just like Dennis did. But then, y'all, he got a nerve to tell them not to mention it. You know what I'm saying? You're on candid camera, okay, Dennis? You just mentioned it. Rob was going to show this, okay, honey? So, yeah, I was just like, oh, my God. And then Lauren didn't hear. She came back. She was like, well, who's move? He was like, oh, no, I'm selling my moving company. That's what I'm doing. Y'all know Dennis can play that off real quick because he got a couple businesses. So I guess he just was like, yeah, I went on and sold, you know, my moving company. And she was like, oh. But y'all know, I'm really curious to see what she would have said about that. You know what I'm saying? But I know what she would have said. She would have made that Dennis's fault. You know what I'm saying? She would have like, you know what, Dennis, you're trying to start stuff. You know, you're being, you know, wrong. You're wrong. And you should not be telling this type of stuff because you don't know if it's true or not. And, you know, just whatever, bitch. We read into stuff as adults, and it is what it is. The nigga said it, and that's what it is. So I'm curious to see what she would say, but I already know. Y'all know what Lauren would say. She would take up for Porsha. So Lauren sits down with Porsha, and Porsha looks very beautiful. I really like her outfit. Once she took her robe off, she looks really pretty. I'm gonna show y'all a picture. I love her tattoos. I love her hair. I loved her hairness. Yeah, but they sit down and they're talking, and Porsha tells her, yeah, I'm not mad that Dennis has a day. You know, I just thought that it's supposed to be a family retreat, like it was just supposed to be family, you know, and with the bullshit again, y'all. And I just don't know what his intentions are. You know, I don't know what Dennis's intentions are. And she was like, he told you what his intentions was. He really did. He told you. He said he was here to start the process for co-parenting with you and Simon. That's what he said. So that's his intention. Just because he bringing somebody, bitch, don't mean that his intention is to hurt you. You know, that just comes along with it because y'all broke up. And on top of that, you got your ex tag along with you and your husband, your new husband. So this is why it seems intentional for you that he's hurting you, but he's not. He's just going along with everything else. And what the day is, he wants somebody there with him. So Porsha basically, y'all, okay, still has beef with Mama Gina, Dennis's mother, because, you know, she just, in her own words, was not mad as me when Dennis cheated on me. So she basically expects this mother, okay, to be mad as she is, you know, because her son cheated on you. That's not how it goes. And I would say that I don't even understand how at 40 years old, Porsha don't understand this shit. Like, how haven't you gotten this concept? If you're in a family and the person has wronged you, they're going to be on that person's side, not yours. We've all been through it. So how come Porsha don't get this? I don't understand that. You know, she's retarded in this way, or really spoiled, or just dumb. Like, one of the two, you know. Anyway, y'all, Porsha is still basically, like I said, holding on to the fact that this woman is not mad at her son like she is, and that's just what it is. She says, you know, Mama Gina is not being honest. That's what she's not. And she's not honest on how it offended me when he committed infidelity on me. Girl, what don't you get? Like, what don't you understand? Are you retarded? Girl, she's never going to understand that as hard as you is. She don't like this lady. You know what I'm saying? This lady says she apologized like 2 or 3 times the last episode, you know? And yes, it was indirectly. It was not directly said to Porsha. But bitch, you know who I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly who I was talking about. This lady don't have no beef with nobody else in this circle except for you. So you know who she was talking about. And at least she gave you that because the bitch ain't have to give you shit. You feel me? But Porsha wants her to say it directly to her because she needs that. You know, I'm so sorry that my son cheated on you, and I feel your pain. You know, I understand that you are hurting, and it hurts me so bad. I don't know why he did that. He is such a bad man. He needs to be tossed away and thrown away. I don't even know what Porsha wants her to say, but at this point, Porsha needs somebody to be mad at. You know what I'm saying? And this is just basically what it is. She wants this woman to directly tell her she's sorry. I'm sure the lady has told her. If she hasn't, so well, bitch, it's certain things in life you have to suck up, and it's just how it is. You know, she says she apologized to you indirectly. That should have been enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. She tells Lauren, yeah, well, it's a lot of stuff that me and her need to iron out, but that's not going to happen here. And Lauren just tells you, Porsha, we're not here to change Mama Gina, okay? We're here to change the perception around the entire situation so that everybody can get along, And Porsha face just like fell back a little bit, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, she be looking dumb too because this is her little sister having to get her all the way together. She tells Porsha, you know what? You really need to hear yourself talking because you're doing a lot of the blame over here, over there, and everywhere, and it's not about that. Lauren tells her, you know what? You're not being honest, and you're not being truthful. You're not being real or honest. You're really coming with the BS. That's what she told her. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, somebody needs to let this bitch know, and that's what I do like about Lauren. She takes up for Porsha a lot, but she will let her know. She told her, you know what? Look, you want to just blend the family, okay? And now it's hard, and you want to give up. That's how you want to go. Porsha tells her, you know what? I gave up the idea of, that being my family. Talking about Gina, that's PJ's grandmother. That's how I look at it. That's PJ's grandmother. Bitch, is that what you think? Okay, because she's there with y'all for life. And that's just it. So you need to either get along or step out and don't deal with this bitch at all. Lauren tells her, you know what? You're not being transparent. And, you haven't even shown up to the mediation, and then you didn't even show up to yoga today. Like, what's going on? She's like, I just don't feel like that would work. That's not going to work. And she was like, well, how do you know if you don't try? So Porsha going to bring her, oh, yeah, well, I have my God. How people do when they really don't have nothing else to say. That's what she did. So Porsha like, look, I don't even really have time for this. I could actually be having a drink downstairs with my fiance, and then she was like, see, that's part of the problem. Lauren's like, that's part of the problem, right? And I'm just like, bitch, you are not smart. Like, what the fuck? Why did you have everybody on this trip? Why do you have everybody coming on this trip? You're not showing up to anything. You don't want to participate. You know what I'm saying? If anybody brings you anything, you're not trying to like deal with it or talk about it. You get smart with Dennis every chance you get because you're pissed. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying nothing to storm every time this little ratchet ass bitch open up her mouth. So why are we here? Are we here just for you to throw Simon up in Dennis' face, or for you to just be around Dennis and Simon? Like, which one is it? Because you're not really fixing none of this shit. Like, you're not, and I'm trying to figure out the co-parenting part. Because at this point, like, the only thing that really was of some benefit was Simon and Dennis talking. At the end of the day, because you act like you can't even be in the same room with Dennis without rolling your eyes or having something like smart to say. Like, I don't see how this is supposed to go. I don't know what vision Porsha had as far as this working out, but it's not going good. And yeah, she needs to fix her attitude really, really quick. So basically, Lauren tells her, you know what? You're trying to make it about other people, and it's all about you fixing yourself. You should be here trying to fix yourself to maybe fix these relationships, to make it a co-parenting thing. Like, let's get back to fixing you because there's no other way. And then basically, y'all, Porsha thinks that, and in general, she really thinks that, everybody else, and she said it. I thought I was just going to listen to everybody. They'll tell me how they felt, and, we would deal with it from there. But no, she didn't think that she had to come there and fix anything about herself. So she's not really looking at it in that way. She's thinking everybody around her needs to be fixed because it's not her, and basically, bitch, you the main one that need to be fixed. At the end of the day, that's how it looks. So Porsha starts basically crying, talking about how she didn't grow up with parents liking each other. She was saying her mother was staying at the doorstep and, not come in of her father and her stepmother's house. And they just wasn't co-parenting, and she felt bad. She was crying, and I understood that, what I'm saying? And her tears, they weren't in vain to me. What I'm saying? That's how she felt, and she was hurt about it. It was how I felt. But at the end of the day, bitch, you put on. What I'm saying? Like, I can clearly see that Porsha pushed those tears out, and she did too much. What I'm saying? Then on top of that, you're not still hurt about that situation. It's no way to the point, because if you was and you really meant everything that you said that you was crying about, then you would be trying to fix the situation of co-parenting like you said you was, to come there and blend the families, but you're not. You're doing a whole nother thing. You still worrying about if Jenna's got a date. You know what I'm saying? You really not like trying to fix any of those issues. So I just don't believe it all the way, and that's just my take on it. So Dom, Dennis, and Lauren are having a truth or dare contest, with shots of tequila, okay? Londi asks Dom, if there's anybody on the trip, what girl on the trip would you sleep with, that anybody you would sleep with? So somebody was like, Storm. I was like, ugh. Like, if I was a dude, I wouldn't say Storm, you know what I'm saying? I probably would say Porsha. But anyway, so Dom gonna say Esther. Girl, I said, oh my God. I was like, Y'all remember, y'all, I gave that bitch the blues on 2 videos ago, girl, okay? Because she was the one who was sitting up there asking Simon all these questions and shit, you know, doing too much, doing the most. Are you going to keep this wife that you had? Are you going to stay married to Porsha? Like, all this, like, disrespectful ass shit. And, like, I gave her the blues on the shit. So, yeah, he said he liked this girl. And I was like, oh, my God, like, I just want to guess. But VH1 showed a clip of Dom. She was over there shaking. Esther was shaking and stuff. And he was looking over at her. And he was saying, yeah, she looked freaky. Like she'll do some freaky shit. So that's why he chose her. I said, oh, okay. But I was mad because I wanted to know who all, you know, wanted to sleep with who. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that everybody should have had to answer that question. Porsha and everybody is, you know, on doing the ATVs, it ain't, you know, all that popping. I want to hear what's going on back, you know, over with Dennis and Lauren and Dom about the questions, girl, okay? So anyway, they doing that. Porsha breaks her fingernail. I'm like, oh my God. I actually took a picture. I'm going to put a picture up. Her nail was like cut, y'all, like right half. It was half of the nail like that, y'all. I was like, oh my God. I know she was in a lot of pain because I cut mine down to the white meat, but hers was like halfway at the nail. I'm like, oh my God. And it was that fake nail too, girl. Honey. She was like, oh, you think I gotta get it cut off? He was like, no, probably need to just heal that way and tape it up and all that shit. That shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? But she was trying to pay off. Then the little girl was like, Storm was like, oh, that's who the other one was on there, Storm, with them. She was like, oh, yeah, at least your breasts look good. And Porsha, oh, they do it. She said, yeah, they glisten now. I'm like, oh, God, okay. Anyway, girl, so Porsha just loved the attention. You know what I'm saying? Like your girl, I like attention too, but yeah. I was just like, it's not the time for a bitch because your finger looks fucked up and that gotta be painful, you know? But anyway, next thing you know, Dennis and them back at the ranch, you know what I'm saying? And they sit up there asking questions, really good, juicy questions. So Dom asked Londi, why Porsha ain't take a shot last night? This is the second question. Why Porsha, do you know why she ain't take a shot last night? Because this bitch put Coca-Cola in her wine glass. It was like, oh, okay. So next thing you know, Lauren, her assistant, was like, yeah, I saw her pee on the step. No, she's not pregnant. Like, oh, okay. So Dennis was like, what? Porsha pregnant? She pregnant? And then she was like, oh, let's take a drink today. He was like, cause she let him hit in 2 days. And then Londi gonna say, yeah, but she let you hit in 1. I said, oh my God, y'all is up here telling this girl whole damn business, her life and everything else and personal situations and moment. Y'all doing a lot. And when she find out, she gonna be mad. And then on top of that, Dennis even said it, your ass gonna get the fuck fired. Talking to Lauren, the assistant, because I was like, okay, family, you know, but Dom and Lauren, the sisters, they ain't family. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have been telling this bitch whole motherfucking business. I said, okay, y'all, because Dennis was right. Like, y'all doing too much now. So Dennis asked Londi, why Porsha treat you so bad? And I was like, damn, that's a good ass question, because I be peeping that every single time. Like, she be on this bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't know what it is, you know, but now I do. Like Londi said, you know, I don't take Porsha shit. I don't kiss her ass and I'm too blunt. Okay, so I already know how that is. I have people that don't like me because I'm too blunt and I don't kiss nobody's ass and I say what the fuck it is and that's just the fuck it is. So people don't like you because of that shit. They can't stand you and they be ready to cut you down every chance they get, or they don't want to deal with you. That's just how it is, and that's what it is, just too damn real for Porsha, because Porsha is so fucking fake, y'all. I be saying this shit. If it's something going on and it's a wrong side, Porsha is on the wrong side. She's never on the right side. She's never on the side that makes sense, the side that, you know, goddamn well you ain't supposed to be doing it. Like, she's always on the fucked side, and that's just how it is. It's true that her and Londi don't get along. I can totally see that, and why Porsha don't like her, because she probably pulls Porsha car every fucking time, because I done seen it happen. She said basically they're cousins and they're not friends, you know, and that's just how it seems, and that saddens me because I just feel like that's not right. But the way Porsha treats her is wrong. Like, she be just like carrying her, and Londi be taking it, but Londi still be her, you know. And Londi just went down the fucking line, like telling why these motherfuckers is ass kissers. She was like, you know what? Dom and Lauren are ass kissers because they get paid to be ass kissers. You know what I'm saying? They work around this bitch and for this bitch, so they kiss her ass. You know what I'm saying? Storm inserts herself into arguments that she ain't got shit to do with. So yeah, she's a personal ass kisser too. So she got all these different ass kissers around, and I don't see how people like when people kiss their ass. It gotta be uncomfortable. I mean, I've had it done. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable and it makes you feel like the person ain't being real with you. You know, they always think everything that's not right, and Porsha likes it, and kudos to you, baby. bitch. So Dom asked Dennis, what is the real beef with you and Storm? You know, and he was just like, she's a lie, she's a shit star, you know, like all of this stuff. And, you know, she lied talking about how, you know, nobody never give her anything, never gave her like a shindig, you know, a cookout, anything like that. And Dennis was like, she's a liar because I gave her 21st birthday party at one of my restaurants, you know. So that's how I know she a liar. And basically I had to fire her because she talked to anybody any type of way, you know, and she was always late to work. So yeah, that was that. So Londi reveals that, you know, when Porsha and Dennis first got together and it was known that they were talking, Storm didn't like it, you know, and she basically stopped coming around as much, you know, and I'm just like, dang, what was that about? You know what I'm saying? Did something really go on between Dennis and Storm? Because that says something. It says to me, well, okay, you know what? This little girl thought she was dealing with Dennis and they had something going on, and now you talk to my big cousin. Like, oh, why does she have an attitude about it? You know, I understand that this girl is a whole attitude herself. Like, this bitch is an attitude. But to that extent, like, I don't know. It just might be something there. And Dennis looked real stupid at one point when they was like, okay, did something go on between you? And he was like, no, absolutely not. And I'm just like, okay, girl, when people use that word absolutely, not absolute, that means something. And you just looking real creepy at this point. You look weird. He just looked guilty, y'all. I don't know. Dennis is a man. I don't put nothing past no nigga, you know, and I was just not here for, so we gotta see. So Dennis is mad at Dom, okay, low-key, he's mad at Dom because basically, the reason why, one of the reasons, the second reason, because to be honest, Dennis, is your fucking fault off the break regardless. Dom saw the girl that Dennis was fucking, okay, working after it was all said and done and him and Porsha was good, you know. After Porsha had forgave, was going to therapy and all that, y'all, so we saw that on the Housewives of Atlanta. He turned around and hired this bitch, the person that he was fucking, ended up working at his restaurant, and he did not know. That's what he said. I didn't know. You know, he has 400 some employees, so he didn't know. Okay, girl, like, I don't believe that, you know, and nobody believes that, and nobody is fucking stupid. So, yeah, he's really heated at Dom. So he's mad at him, basically acting like it's his fault, and Dennis, it's not his fault. You did that, you know what I'm saying? That just came out secondary, you know, the fact that somebody told Porsha, either way, whether it was Lauren, whether it was Dom, whoever told him second, that was second. You committed adultery and infidelity on your soon-to-be wife, so that's your fault. And I don't understand why Dennis doesn't get that, but I guess when we fuck up or when we're in trouble or something is not going our way the way, you know, we want it to go, we need somebody to blame, so he's trying to blame somebody, and it feels like Dom is the one to blame. So, yeah, Dennis has it out for Dom, and he is really pissed at him. He's telling him he should have caught a fade, meaning I should have fucked you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really, really mad at him, calling him the op. You know, the op is somebody who is against you, somebody hating you. You know, they have all these words that Dennis, it's the Dennis dictionary, op, and what's the other one? Catching a fade. So, yeah. All this stuff that he's really pissed off at Dom, and he's really need to be pissed off at himself. So Dennis reveals to Londi that he fired her because of Porsha. Porsha told him to, you know? And Londi is just like, she ain't say nothing. I'm like, damn. Basically, Londi was saying how, you know, she was working for Dennis as his personal assistant first. And then, you know, he started not calling her as much, and she was working more for Porsha. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she was like, okay, am I working for you or her? And I guess she ended up just working for Porsha. And she was just like, she doesn't know, you know, how that ended up. But now we do, bitch. Basically, she told Dennis to fire you, bitch, so that she can have you for herself. That's what it looks like to me. You know, and Londi seemed like she didn't get that. But I know you know it now if you think back, bitch. That's what happened. Now, everybody's gathered around to dinner. You know, everybody, okay? And the conversation comes up, you know, where were the festivities for today? You know, what did everybody do? So, you know, Lauren and Dennis and Dom explain, and Lauren, her assistant, explains, you know, we played a game. It was truth or dare. And Porsha's like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, you know? Okay, bitch, not for you, girl, okay? So Lauren, the assistant, y'all, okay, just lets the table know, you know what? We got some stuff out of the way, cleared the air with Dom and Dennis, because Dennis had a beef with Dom about how, you know, the girl who he was fucking, you know, when y'all broke up, yeah, she was working at the restaurant, and he feels like Dom told, you know, and they was like, yeah, Lauren, that your name came up, and she was like, wow, what did I do? And they basically was like, you told her, you know, and Lauren was like, look, I'm the one that said don't say anything because they were good at the time. You know what I'm saying? They were working on their relationship at the time, and they have PJ, they have a whole family, and she did not need that, so I was telling them to not tell her. So I'm still like, damn, well, who said something? Because I just don't understand who told Porsha, and rightfully so. If y'all told this bitch, y'all needed to tell this bitch. Because at the end of the day, Dennis does not have a right to tell somebody they can't say something on some bullshit that you did, you know? But at the end of the day, and I just thought they was getting real disrespectful because Simon was sitting right there, and y'all, this time, Simon looked embarrassed, like he was done through and embarrassed. And Porsha admitted, she was like, you know what, yeah, he did do that. He cheated on me with this girl. And was sort of like really sitting there talking about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And then they was like, you know what, let's just stop talking about this. Let's just stop talking about this. Because the mother was like, yeah, let's just stop talking about this too. I think so. And then Storm gonna say, well, your son the one still talking. I said, you know what? Wow, this little bitch. And next thing you know, Dennis was like, well, don't be talking to my mother like that. You need to watch your tone of voice, you know, and you need to respect elders. And next thing you know, Porsha was like, you know what, she got it. She's like, I don't got to take him talking to my cousin like this. He not going to be disrespecting my cousin. Bitch, is this what you stand up for? You didn't stand up for anything else. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing else to say. You have nothing to say as far as co-parenting, helping with the situation. As far as Dennis, you haven't even had a conversation with Dennis and Simon together. We haven't even seen that. So what is all of this for? For you to give up on Dennis because you're really still mad. And that's what she did, y'all. Porsha, the real Porsha, came out. And if I was her, I wouldn't want this to be aired either. VH1 aired this anyway because Porsha, as y'all know, wanted them to cut this clip out of the scene. And they said, no, ma'am. Okay, she didn't want us to see her true colors, but we already know. Especially that shit she pulled with Candy when she said that Candy tried to fuck her and Todd. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted her. Some shit like that she put out on them. So I already know what type of bitch Porsha is from that. But yeah, she got bucked on Dennis. She said, you know what? You ain't got to talk to her like that. And this is my cousin. You need to leave now. And keep yelling, now. And Dennis was like, I'll leave, but you the one told me to be here. I wouldn't even be here. You wanted me here. All of a sudden, y'all, her fists just start flying. She start like throwing bows, all this shit. Simon is there trying to like break up the situation and everything. She is going ballistic, okay? Porsha has lost her ever-loving mind. She has a lot of hate. She's really upset at this man, and I don't even know why he's here. I don't know why nobody's here. Because this shit is not going to be worked out the way that it needs to be worked out. Her heart is still hurting, and she pulled that shit out on the camera in front of everybody and in front of Simon. You know, so, and then on top of that, I don't even see why she was so damn mad. You know, but we know why she's so mad because Dennis, you hurt her. You know, you were going to be her husband, and then, you know, that's not the case anymore, and I'm trying to move on, and I can't, and I'm still hurting, faking like I'm good. So that's exactly what she's doing. So I'm curious to see what goes on in the next episode, y'all, but stay tuned. This was a whirlwind of bullshit that we got to see on this episode, and no wonder Miss Porsha did not want us to see this, okay, y'all? So yeah, y'all, until the next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, okay, to your girl. I'm working really hard over here. Subscribe, it costs you nothing, sis, okay? We slay. Don't forget to do that. Our Kind of People is coming on again on the 11th of January, so I will be reviewing that. Also, we have Love and Hip Hop reunion coming out, so I got to review that too. So I will see you ladies and gents later. Bye.